stuck, and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it'd
And
be like
everything
it
is just
too.
like it's like it's trying to like get that shit up.
God, it's the worst. I'm just gonna go to Twitch real quick because I actually don't remember if I updated the dashboard or not. Let's just, I guess, roll and start with this one.
Yeah.
We'll start off with the weeks, which mine will be very short.
Yeah.
Um,
I did not have much of. Honestly, do you want to switch it up and start with just the very little news that we have?
um, yeah, we can
Because
do that because the
my
Kingdom
my
Hearts is
week is
gonna.
pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, I don't. I started Mindhunters. Kind
Yeah.
of.
Okay.
That's a good show.
Yeah. There's
But
not really
it's
much to say about
yeah,
it.
everything's being overshadowed by
Kingdom Hearts.
the fucking bomb that is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, that's kind of how my brain has felt. I'm like, I don't
I
know how
I,
deep
I, I
I am in playing
saw
other games
I
now.
saw the ending and I saw the secret movie because I was lucky
Yeah.
enough to get enough lucky emblems throughout my playthrough to just have it automatically after and not have to go back. I was like, yes.
God damn.
I knew meticulous looking
What
for
is it?
these things were
Oh god.
gonna
Yeah, no,
pay
it was
off.
worth it. Those
Mhm.
lucky emblems. But yeah, we can talk about that in due time because
Yeah.
I have so much to say about this, but I just want to get like the bullshit out of the way
Yeah,
first.
and I've been like as soon as I beat it, I was like, I need to talk to somebody.
Yeah. Well, it's perfect. I'm glad I'm getting you as fresh as possibly.
Yeah. I'm still processing a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of info. I mean, like Sora just fucking disappears because he used the power of waking too much to bring Kyrie back. Like fuck.
Yeah,
Well,
fucking guy. Way to go. And now Kyrie's
that's
sad and alone. At what
yeah.
cost? Like,
Thanks. At what cost of your life?
mm-hmm.
She sacrificed herself for you.
But then not.
But then, yeah, I guess. Well,
Oh
whatever.
yeah. Full disclosure. Obviously the title is Kingdom
Kingdom Hearts
Hearts 3
spoiler
big
cast.
spoilers. So if you're not
Sorry.
if you're not in, or if you don't care about spoilers, you can stay
Yeah.
in, I guess.
But yeah, if
not-
you are listening to this, it's spoiler cast.
Yeah, but we're gonna start off nice and sweet with the news,
Yeah.
which there's not much of this week.
Yeah. Are we live?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
we are
perfect.
indeed live.
We're doing it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Perfect. Oh yeah. So let's just start off with the news because there's so little of it to get out of the way
Yeah.
that we might as well just power through.
Yeah.
There's like two big-ish stories, and that's pretty much about it. I honestly can't think of anything else that really transpired.
I've got the biggest one.
Yeah.
Save the top one for after. If you know what I'm
So I guess I'll start off with a little bit of news that really got me interested. So they've been teasing for like a little while, and we've known for like a month or so now that the next iteration of Super Sentai, aka the series that Power Rangers takes all its stock footage from, is gonna do like it's gonna be like a dinosaur thing again.
Yeah. Bringing it back.
But this is the fourth Sentai to feature dinosaurs as its primary theme. Each one's kind of had a spin. Like the first one obviously is Zyuranger, which is what was adapted into the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series, so that's just kind of dinosaurs on the most basic level that it can be.
Yeah.
The next series was Aba Ranger, which is Dino Thunder over here, and Dino Thunder and Aba Ranger are kind of like a little more kind of centered around like the idea of like evolutionary beasts, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like these dinosaurs are like these are the evolved like genetically modified. It's like very Jurassic Park-ish.
Yeah.
And then in terms of just like it's science heavy and stuff like that. Then there was Q Ranger, which was adapted into Dino Charge over here. And Q Ranger is like no, not Q Ranger, sorry. Kyoryoger. Sorry, blah. Kyoryoger. Kyoryoger is the one that was adapted to Dino Charge. It's got really, really great costumes. Like I don't know if you've ever seen the Kyoryoger costumes, but they're like really fucking
I
cool.
might have. I know a lot of Sentai more for the actual suits than the names or like the show,
Yeah,
because I really like
they're
the
they're
aesthetic
the
of
ones where the
Sentai.
mask is mostly a visor, but it's kind of
Oh,
like a mix of the dinosaur aesthetics with the aesthetics of Go Go 5 or like Lightspeed Rescue, where like the majority of the helmet is made up of visor, and then there's like they have like a little steely kind of mouthpiece where the mouth should be, but
hmm.
it's on top of the visor. Like it's a strange aesthetic, but it's a very unique looking series. Like it's very very strange costumes. And this new one that's starting up is a dinosaur themed Sentai, but it's dinosaurs crossed with another theme this time. So this one is called Ryu Soldier, and soldier is spelt like soul, like SOL.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Ryu SOUL. So Ryu Soldier. Um, Kishiryu is the Japanese word for dinosaur.
yeah.
So they're like dinosaur knights essentially.
Sick.
They've got a medieval knight kind of aesthetic. Their costumes are like a mix of their primary color and like silver and like these armored
Yeah,
asymmetrical kind of designs.
that guy kind of looks like Link
Oh yeah,
from a distance.
there's almost kind of that almost like fantasy kingdom aesthetic going for it.
Hmm.
And yeah, dinosaur themed knights, and there's the trailer that dropped that you can kind of watch all over Twitter if you look for it. Um, the first full trailer, and what struck me the most is that like in the recent years, Sentai's been kind of relying pretty heavily on CG
Yeah,
to kind of do its beasts. And while it's clear that there will be CG present in this, apparently there's a lot more practical effects where the like suit acting is concerned,
shit.
and that seems really interesting to me because it's almost like a throwback to Zeo Ranger,
Yeah,
because I think Zeo Ranger has some of the most like impressive practical effects of the series, because it kind of was when the series was kind of hitting the peak of like 90s tokusatsu effects, which are like straddling the line between really really great and really cheesy.
hmm.
These like they have apparently designed a practical way to show and depict the like robot combining, which sounds very cool to me because that has not been a thing for a long time. It's
Yeah,
been
it's
a lot
been
of
like
CG vehicles
yeah,
and Zords kind of combining into one robot in like a CG sequence, and then the rest of the robot's practical. But
yeah. We
the
haven't
fact that
had
there's
the
a
miniatures sliding into each
yes,
other for a fucking minute.
so I that is apparently what they are doing,
Oh,
and
yes.
I could not be more excited for it. But yeah, it seems like a really really fun take on the series, and like if you just watch that trailer, like ooh, looks real good,
I'm gonna
looks real
have to,
nice.
cause yeah, like
Yeah.
that's one of the things that made me kind of fall off Sentai, was that,
Yeah.
cause like the charm of it from like the 90s and early aughts was like a lot of it was
Hmm.
practical effects, and you did get to see the camera side panning with the miniatures
Yeah.
that are like rolling in a fucking dust machine, and then they
It was
slide into each other, and it's like it's a really charming homey feel kind of for robot building.
it really is. I mean, it's something that as like a little kid, it just strikes you as like so like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah,
It's
and it's
this
like this
it's
is
the
what it
same
looks like when
aesthetics
I
that
play
make you
with my
fall in love with
toys.
Godzilla. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Which is it's the thing that makes you fall in love with that sort of filmmaking
Hmm.
and that kind of aesthetic, and it's just like it's disappointing that it's not as common. I've kind of learned to accept that like the CG is kind of the cheaper alternative that
Yeah,
probably
of
allows them
course.
to do a lot more with the rest of the show.
Hmm.
Like the costumes just keep getting better and better, honestly. The monster designs and costumes, they've really gotten great. As of the last couple of seasons, the detail is getting insane.
Hmm.
But this is an even more exciting prospect, just to see that they're kind of trying to lean back in a little bit to that. But I'll have to see how they do. It's starting, I think, in 2 weeks. Uh, but I'm very excited to kind of understand what the fuck is going on with this one, and to see if it lives up to kind of the hype that's being built up behind it.
Yeah, if you want, we can watch that together. I've been meaning to get back into some kind of Sentai.
That would be cool. I could stream it from my computer and we could watch it over Discord.
Yeah,
That'd be
That
really
sounds
really
like a
good.
plan.
It looks fucking kick ass. I'm so excited. Or I could watch it on Rabbit. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
It'll
we'll
be good.
figure it out. I'll be a
But
dad by then, presumably.
yeah, probably that's true. Well, there we go. We better start getting used to watching children's shows.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
Get it to a degree.
I just have an excuse again now.
No, there we go. Exactly. You had fallen off, but now you're like, yes, perfect.
Yeah. Right, so that's coming in, and that's gonna be tight.
Yeah. There's Anthem.
We
Apparently,
can
a
skip
demo
that.
for Anthem came out.
We can skip that.
Yeah, it's bad. It's like, what if BioWare made a shooter? You know, the parts of all the BioWare games that you don't like the worst parts of Mass Effect.
Yeah,
What was
this
that?
is also well. I mean,
That was an entire game.
this is built off of the Andromeda engine, and it fucking shows, man. I watched gameplay, and boy, does it show.
Absolutely fucking.
I mean,
brutal.
honestly,
I
the
can't
game's
believe it.
probably like okay. I've only watched things because I don't care to even try it. It just kind of looks like a paid Warframe, because Warframe's free to play. And
and
it's
Warframe
it's
is
not the
actually
kind of game.
great.
Yeah, but like even Warframe, like it looks fine, and I've heard amazing things, and like I will get into it at some point one day probably. But it's just it's an online multiplayer. I don't care. I don't.
Yeah,
it's not in my wheelhouse.
I keep seeing that meme going around of like the little girl like sitting on her own reading a book, and it's it's got like a label over it that says a solid single player adventure game,
Multiplayer
or like
battle
a
royale.
solid single player campaign. Yeah, and then the developer is like a teacher coming away and pulling them over to go hang out with his other kids, and that's like multiplayer battle royale games. Here, come have fun over here. But I
Sucks out
was
all the
having
color.
fun. Yeah, it really really typifies kind of the direction that shit has been going.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
There's also Apex Legends too, which I kind of wanted to talk about because I tried to get it on my computer to play with a friend.
And
I tried to install it twice. After the second time it failed, I was like, fuck this, I'm done. Ironically, the day after I installed Origin and made an Origin account, my Netflix account got hacked. Probably no direct correlation between the two, but still, I found it was funny that the game service thing that everyone hates the most from the worst company crashed twice during download, and my Netflix account was hacked. I don't know. I'm not saying they did. I just
honestly, it reads a little suspicious.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, I called Netflix and got that settled like pretty much right away.
That's good.
Really good customer service. Shouts out to Netflix.
I've heard of that actually. I've heard people say that whenever they've had issues with their Netflix accounts, that Netflix have responded well. So if anything can be said in their favor, good job Netflix. Good customer service.
And they got that Neon Genesis next year, so that'll be fun.
They do, although with a new dub, which we'll have to see.
Yeah. Well,
how that goes.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll put the old dub. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Kira Buckland as Asuka. That's all I want. It's not gonna happen. I think the cast is already confirmed. I can't remember.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
we'd have to look that up at some point. Hopefully that I don't know. So much of Evangelion to me is predicated on like the inherent quality of that initial dub.
Yeah,
like those performances they still hold up a lot of the time. Not all of them.
There's a petition. There was a
them
petition going around when it was first announced to be like, just put in the old dub too. Just have both.
Why can't we have both? You can have your new dub.
Yeah, but I don't want to hear it. You can put it there, but I'm gonna ignore it.
It's like I really like the newer dub of Akira, the one that came out like a lot more recently than the one that came out when the movie was released.
So long.
Like the newer dub is great, but there's like some translation things in the script that I don't love.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, when you have subtitles on at
great.
the same time, and then the words don't match up at all, and you're like, oh.
Like I hate the way that the script for the newer dub interprets certain lines of the original English script.
Oh.
Or the way that it interprets them differently from the original English script.
Yeah.
Because the original English script isn't so much the problem with that adaptation. as it is like the really bad voice performances from those actors in the original dub, which is just like it's pitiful. It's a god awful fucking dub.
Mm-hmm.
But the like script itself is actually pretty serviceable, and there's some really good moments in it that I think could have been delivered effectively by the new voice actors, but they chose to adapt the screenplay differently, and so the English dub just came out a little weird. Just a little odd. But anyway,
it happens.
That's all to say. Netflix, just put them both.
Yeah, put them both.
We like both. All right. Death Stranding.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And then we'll finish on the high note that is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So Death Stranding impressions are very, very good.
He's been shopping this shit around to everybody who he wants to see.
Yeah, exactly. And he's getting all the right people. We talked a couple of podcasts ago about him going back to Guerrilla Games and being like, hey, thanks for the engine, here's 2 hours of me playing it. And he let who was it? I don't remember who it was. It's been a while since I got this story. But he let someone else play the first hour and a half or something, and that person was also very, very flabbergasted by how good the game is, and the hype train that is coming back for this, for me anyway, because with the how do you describe them? Unclear and mysterious, I guess, trailers that just kept dropping.
Vague trailers.
Yeah, the vague, just what is this? What is happening? And after I think the third one, I was just kind of okay, I'm starting to not care. I want more. I want to know more. I trust Kojima. I'm sure it'll be great, but the way he's breadcrumbing this has just been kind of...
It's frustrating.
Yeah. But I think it'll pay off almost as good as Kingdom Hearts 3 waiting for 10 years.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of faith in this being executed well.
Yeah. Well, and especially
a lot of the people involved in the project seem really invested in making the best product that they possibly can.
Yeah.
So even if it suffers from some of the problems that Kojima's games have experienced in the past, whether it maybe perhaps feels too bloated, or maybe it's so system heavy that it's a little to have to play.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be an impressive and ambitious project to see brought to fruition nonetheless.
I mean, the thing that's bringing it back for me is, as I said, just the people who are getting hands-on with it being oh my god.
Yeah, this
Kojima,
is a really interesting
bastard.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, so I mean, who did he show it to this time? It was Jordan Vogt-Roberts, who's the director of Kong Skull Island. He also directed Lords of Summer, which is a... Kings of Summer, Lords of Summer?
That's who it was. Yes.
He's Kings of Summer. He's a really, really good director.
So yeah,
he's the one who wants to make the Metal Gear movie.
Yeah, he's the one who's coined for that. So he's the one who got hands-on. And he said it was amazing, and it blew him away. Norman Reedus, I think, tweeted something. Hold on, I'm going to try and find the actual tweets.
All right, everyone.
Whoop. Norman Reedus talks about Kojima's crazy Death Stranding. Was there a tweet? Fuck.
He did. He said something.
Yeah. No, that's the director of Kong Island. This is falling apart because I was supposed to look this up before the podcast again to refresh my memory. But I beat Kingdom Hearts and was too busy reading fucking forum theory threads on that.
That'll do it.
Yeah, no, just a bunch of people who are close to the project. Marketing and communications of Kojima Productions tweeted something along the lines of yo, this game is gonna fucking blow you away though. Though it's not verbatim, But
And then Aki Saito had some nice things to say about it as well.
yeah,
So this is... Whew, the hype train is really kind of getting full steam ahead again.
it is. I'm actually almost excited for a new trailer that doesn't make sense. Or even a demo. A demo would be cool.
I had a really good discussion with some of my friends about a week or two ago when we were hanging out about... Because they still, I don't think, had much of an idea of what was going on. So I kind of explained to them the plot based on like that last trailer that they did with the time fall and what the baby is and how that shit works and
the baby.
Yeah, like it's no, not that baby. That baby can fucking die. I'm so sick of that shit.
Oh, Samus will get mad though. The baby.
Will she get mad? Will she show an emotion? Really?
I don't know.
That version of Samus emoting?
But look, we made her skin tight suit somehow even tighter though. We did it.
Jesus Christ.
The Zero suit is now just nipple tassels.
I haven't properly played Other M.
No, me either. I think I watched the best friends like watching the cutscenes, and that was pretty much it. Because there's like a mega cut in Other M that is just the cutscenes, I think.
Ooh.
Story mode.
I'm just not excited for I don't know. It's just gonna be like whew, overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really overwhelming.
It'll be weird. I can't wait for Prime 4. Prime 4 eventually at some point. 10 years. 10 years.
Prime 4 is gonna
the new Nintendo Switch 2 XL.
Prime 4 is going to be an interesting project because they've brought back Retro, and Retro just make good content. Like they really do.
Yeah, they do.
They've made some genuinely great games, and I mean, like, they're also working on a couple of other projects for Nintendo right now. Like I understand that they've got another game just kind of in the wheelhouse going for them.
Yeah.
And they also have apparently another Donkey Kong or something kind of doing, like, they had an original property.
Mm-hmm.
They have another Nintendo property, and now they have to do this brand new Metroid game. So they've got a lot on their plate that I think that they can do it.
They're deep in there.
They're not a big studio, but the games that they pump out are just consistently like, oh.
Yeah.
They almost are kind of... I mean, maybe this is like the obvious point of comparison to make, but Retro's games and stuff remind me of the stuff that Rare was putting out at the peak of their quality.
Yeah,
like,
which is funny because Rare and Retro have kind of a... Like, when I think of Rare, I think of Retro games, but when it's like Retro is... Anyway. The name of the company is what I think of when I think of Rare.
So do I, yeah. But I feel like when Rare were at the height of their popularity, they were making games in like a variety of different genres, and all of them were just excellent.
Except for Gawker's Bad Fur Day. I'll shoot anyone who says that game is good. When's the last time you played it? God damn.
That game is really not good. Yeah.
But we can do that.
It's funny, but it's not good. Yeah, controversial gaming opinions.
Oh yeah, for one of the bonus round things.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. Just shit on people's favorite games.
Maybe we should talk about that. Yeah, actually, the bonus stuff.
Yeah, before we get into the Kingdom Hearts.
Before we dig right in.
After I tell everyone that Tommy Wiseau's making a Shark Attack movie called Big Shark.
I actually forgot about this bit of news.
Yeah, this is the best bit of news. I don't know if you want to call it candid video or like... It seems like it was recorded on a cell phone that time traveled from like the early 2000s. It's fucking garbage, the quality.
That sounds like something that Tommy Wiseau would do.
Yeah, it's like he leaked his own fucking movie. That's what it seems like, for real. But there's a small trailer, I guess, and you do see Tommy Wiseau, and there's water, and he says, water, and it's gonna be great. I can't wait for this movie.
And he says, water?
He does. He says it. He does. I can't wait for the line, oh, hi, shark.
Oh, hi, Shark. Oh, God. Have you seen him in anything other than The Room?
No.
Okay, so he made a he or made participated in a short film.
I saw his YouTube
Uh,
videos where he like talked
yeah.
about
Oh,
video.
The Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, on Machinima, I think.
That was really fucking weird that
It
that
was
even
super
happened.
fucking weird.
I actually totally forgot about that until recently when somebody, I think it was my friend Alex, reminded me that that existed, and I was like, "Oh my God, that happened."
Yeah, it did happen for some reason.
That
No
was
one
like
knows why.
I think that was like the peak of Wiseau's like internet infamy.
Yeah.
So he was like capitalizing on it, which I mean, good for him. If you're gonna be famous on the internet, might as well make a little bit of money off of it while
Yeah,
you're
get
at it.
that though.
'Cause nobody was paying for the rips of The Room that they were downloading.
God, no. No, but I mean,
But
like the showings that that fucking movie has, though.
oh yes, well, I've
It's on the level of fucking
Rocky
Rocky
Horror.
Horror. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I've been to a Room showing, the one at they did it at
Yeah, the
Dollar
one.
Cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, and I went. I got my copy of The Room signed by Tommy and by Greg Sestero,
Poor
and
Greg.
I had my book that Greg Sestero wrote signed by him as well. And then I got a T-shirt out of it, and I got a pair of Tommy Wiseau underpants, which is very surreal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was very strange. No, they're not like underpants with his face on it.
okay.
They're just like his brand.
Oh yeah, his brand. It's true.
Instead of saying Tommy Hilfiger, they say Tommy Wiseau
Oh my
on the
God.
fucking waistband. It's nuts.
That's
They
good.
they were very strange. It was like, what a strange thing to be given. But I got that, and I got a T-shirt, so it wasn't so bad, and I got a photo to prove it.
You
Which
know
is
what else
really
is gonna
weird.
be a strange thing to be given?
What?
Bonus round.
Yes. Okay. So very very seamless segue there, man.
Yeah, I'm trying. We're getting there.
So, yeah, we had an idea for some bonus content to produce. Well, of course, we've been trying to figure out other stuff that we can stick on the channel apart from the podcast, and stuff that we can do if maybe we're too like busy one week to record a live episode.
Yeah,
So we've been
especially
kind of
just because I'm gonna be a dad soon.
yeah, exactly. Scripted
So-
content might become a necessity for some
Yeah,
weeks.
emergency things to throw up for the podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
Or even just like an in between, like on a Wednesday we can upload a bonus round, and on
Yeah.
Sundays we'll have the podcast. It's still in talks right now.
Yeah, we're still developing this idea.
Yeah,
It's still probably about a month or two away from like getting anywhere.
yeah, fruition.
But like if we have a day where we're both free that we can sit down, what we're planning to do is record miniature scripted episodes that we can release kind of en masse or whenever we need to. And the premise for this show, we're going to be calling it a GamePunx bonus round, is we will kind of make up a little list of different topics, and these will be topics like we have a preliminary list here that I've written down. Stuff like games you like from genres that you don't like, your favorite video game composers, maybe some controversial gaming opinions that you might have, like controversial against the popular opinions.
Like Conquer is a bad game.
Exactly, which I'd actually really like to hear about that, because I agree with you, but I want to know why you think so.
Oh.
Because but this is the exact sort of thing that we can do, because we don't, I don't know, because of the format of the show regularly, we do get to talk about a lot of stuff that we like, but there's just stuff that like naturally doesn't come up in a conversation.
No, exactly, because we're talking about current news, and we're not shitting on video games that we played from the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so there's a lot of stuff that like we could kind of dig into with this. So yeah, we'll be recording like, maybe 30 to 40 minute long short form script, almost like retro scripted kind of episodes.
Yeah, retrospective kind of things. And
exactly, on these kind of topics, and we can put them up on days where we know that we don't have any live content to stick up there, and if we have a day that's free, we'll sit back and maybe we'll record 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah,
like we can make that work, and it will be good. We can stick them up on YouTube, and then unlist them, and then we can put them up when we need them. But there are ways to do this, and I think it would be really, really fun. And there's plenty of opportunities to discuss like weird topics that just kind of naturally don't come up when you're talking about contemporary games.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that maybe helps you as our audience kind of understand our taste.
Yeah,
too,
and
because
also,
that's important.
If you have suggestions for what we could do for a bonus round episode or something,
yeah, please send them to us.
Yeah, you could super send them to us, because
that'd be very great.
Yeah, we could maybe open a Patreon for that or something.
This is also something that we could potentially monetize if we ever wanted to, which is good. We could make it a stretch goal or something, or not a stretch goal, but like a reward.
Well, because I've been looking at RSS feeds, as I've been saying, for like fucking 2 months now. And that's it. Like, none of them are not paid, and if we want to put a bulk of what we already have recorded along with the new episodes, the first like month is gonna have to be a hefty amount of bandwidth.
Yes, exactly. Which is money.
Yeah.
It costs.
And seeing as this is not a thing that we're making money off of as of yet.
Yeah. Exactly. This is not even a side hustle at this point.
This is a hobby.
We can't even call it that in good faith.
We're artists.
Yeah, we're gonna find a way to make this shit work. But yeah, we might be able to stick it on Patreon to fund getting an RSS feed up here. But we'll try and make it worth your while. But we got to build our audience.
Yeah, we do. It's coming though, slowly.
It's coming.
We're getting those views.
Yeah, we are. It's true, and more content is getting out there.
Yeah,
which is good. Like,
I think what we're gonna have to do is start with a garbage bandwidth RSS feed, upload the newer episodes, and then once things start rolling a little better,
switch over to a better one.
Yeah, get the bigger bandwidth, dump everything all at once, and then be like, all right, we're back to the.
We could absolutely do that. But yeah, that's kind of what might be in the cards.
Yeah.
But the bonus rounds are something we want to do anyway because it's a fun idea, and it will give us something to upload on days where we might not be too capable of putting out a live episode because hey, life stuff is hard. People are in school. People have kids coming. Like it's that's how it be sometimes.
It do.
But yeah, bonus rounds. It's a thing that we'd like to make happen, and we've already got a couple of ideas for it. So. We'll see what happens with that in the future, and we'll try to keep you updated.
Hell yeah. I also want to say Let's Play talks are in the works, and also a new member of GamePunx may be a thing that is happening.
That's good. I like this.
I'm talking to a friend. He's super interested. Actually, it's a friend that I talked about doing podcast things with before GamePunx came into even existence, like 2-3 years ago.
Oh boy! So this is exciting.
Yeah. And
that would be very good.
He's got the same wavelengths as us.
Very nice.
He's more into Lego things than I am, so you might be able to click there.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah, so it'll be.
I love those
It'll
Lego
be a fun
games.
inclusion.
I'm gonna get they're releasing a Lego Marvel Superheroes compilation of all the Lego Marvel games on Switch.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I've heard about that, so I'm definitely purchasing that.
Get that deluxe edition.
Oh yeah, because it's coming with Lego Marvel Superheroes, Lego Marvel Avengers, and Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
Well, goddamn.
Which is like 3 of the best Lego Marvel games. So I'm super into the idea of playing those, and I'm gonna have to when they do come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just there's exciting stuff happening. Stuff is moving forward.
Man, we're doing it.
We are.
We're doing it. I mean, we're not doing it, but we're doing it. We're doing it better than I've ever done a podcast.
Yes, we are, and we're doing it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
So I guess onto the big elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh boy.
Oh, man.
So, how do we even start on this topic?
Yeah, it's a really fucking. It's hold on, I gotta pull up a list of.
of just stuff that you have to
character
say.
names and because like I just played it, but still sometimes I'm like, wait, Ventus was Roxas, Vanitas was Sora, but also Roxas.
Vanitas was Roxas,
No, Vanitas is
but is
Roxas's
also
brother, but
related
is
to
also
Sora.
Sora's brother. Vanitas is
It's
essentially
very-
like Dark Sora.
Yeah,
Um,
and he's got a Sora. He looks like Sora but evil.
yeah.
Who are you? I'm you, but evil.
I'm you, but also you, but evil. But I look like you. I can't remember. That's the first time Vanitas' face is really revealed, right?
No, it's revealed in Birth by Sleep at the very end.
Oh, it's fucking true.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah, I
because
haven't
he's like
played
the
Birth by
secondary
Sleep.
antagonist of that.
I haven't played Birth by Sleep for a minute. Can we? Okay, you know what? We're starting it with holy shit. Has any fucking villain ever been bodied so hard by a Kingdom Hearts character as Vanitas has been by fucking Sully?
Oh,
That was the
that
funniest
was
shit.
brutal.
It was so good.
So amongst like all the content in this game,
I think that's
you
the
would
thing
think you'd think that the thing that is least important to it would be the Disney worlds, because we talked about it last week how like a lot of the time in Kingdom Hearts the Disney worlds literally are nothing but a thing for you to do in between experiencing the rest of the story.
Yeah.
The Disney worlds actually tie in
Really
so
fucking
perfectly
well.
to this story.
I was so surprised.
All of them,
about
every single one of them, even Frozen.
the fucking
works
Caribbean
super
one was
well.
the craziest one to me.
How good was that?
It was fucking.
Did you expect to like that at all?
No, I didn't
Yeah.
like the gameplay.
I don't
of it.
give a shit about fucking Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, and the fucking because they make you do little battleships in that world too. Like there's no actual Keyblade. The Keyblade fighting is underwater, already a -1 point, and then
yeah,
the other like half of it is in a boat. So you're just like
it's like
shooting
it's almost
cannons.
like a kind of a neutered version of like Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah, it was literally
those
the
kind of
only
ship
low point
mechanics.
of the game. I was like, oh, and like I thought it was just gonna be like a little section of it to get around to the island.
No, it's a lot of it.
It's the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So that
I mean, it's a different experience.
yeah, they mixed it up. It wasn't great, but
that's Kingdom Hearts in a nutshell. Though they try to mix it up occasionally, and it's not always what you need.
Yeah, Little Mermaid.
That was bad. Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 2 was bad.
No.
I mean, in Kingdom Hearts 1, it's not much better, but none of the worlds are really good in 1. But in 2, amongst those pretty good designed worlds, it's bad.
Yeah,
One has a lot of hiccups. I say hiccups. I mean, like,
it's a lot of backtracking. It's like find the cutscene room. It's so bad. This one's really the levels are really streamlined.
Is awful. The platforming is so bad in 1.
Oh god, yeah, it is.
The Tarzan area, Deep Jungle, is legitimately awful.
Not as bad as Conker's Bad Fur Day, though. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep bringing
Tied it right back in.
Yeah, fucking. I don't know why. I don't know where it's coming from today, but it's there. The Conker.
But yeah, I was really impressed with the way that this story tied together the themes of these Disney worlds with the intentions and actions of the organization members.
Yeah, and
like they really felt well suited to these environments and storytelling. Like it was really, really cool.
Yeah, it really was. I found myself caring for. I didn't care for Frozen. The world was fun. And the tie-in was
story
okay.
tied in well.
Yeah, the story ties in fine, but playing through the Tangled world, playing through the Big Hero 6 world, 2 worlds that I have not seen the movies for, they made me want to go see the movies. Whereas Frozen, I was like, I feel like I've seen it.
The whole movie.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen the whole movie just through like
cultural osmosis.
Let it go. Yeah, let it go, and like whatever I got in Kingdom Hearts, I was like, there's nothing the movie could bring that I would be like, oh, okay. Whereas Big Hero 6 and Tangled, I was like, you know what? I'll check these out.
I think so much of so much of that particular movie is like it's so I mean so much of it isn't the popular consciousness that you pretty much already know about it even if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the way that they kind of put a spin. Firstly, I mean, of all the Kingdom Hearts worlds, it's probably the only one in like the whole series that has like a modicum of kind of snow environments to kind of deal
Yeah.
with, apart from China
Yeah.
in 2, because you're in the mountains a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, can we
but
also talk about how cool it is that they kind of brought back, speaking of the mountains from 2, the like horde of Heartless, except they fucking
yes,
got it so good this time.
yeah, the 1,000 Heartless battles. There's a couple of the game,
Yeah,
and
there's 2 or 3.
the Demon Tower.
The Demon Tower one's really good. The fucking
Yeah.
Keyblade Railway, where a bunch of names from Cross Unity just start popping up on your screen, and that's your fucking triangle attack button to fight back.
That's so crazy.
It was the best. It was really cool. They took that from Nier Automata, in a certain sense.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, someone liked the ending of Nier Automata a little bit at least.
Well, Nier Automata kicked ass.
Oh, it did. But yeah, no, it was really cool to see that tied in. Speaking of Cross Unity, just the fucking ending in general with all, what is it, 7? Yeah, there's 7 in all, but who's missing? Ava? Ava? And what's her
Who?
fucking name? From the, hold on.
Shion?
No. Shion?
Oh, the foretellers.
Yeah, the foretellers. Fucking
Yeah.
Ava. Yeah, it's Ava. AVA.
Yeah. Yeah, Ava.
Yeah. Them
There's,
coming back was a fucking like, oh fuck, what?
Well, that's the next series, right?
Yeah, it is the next series, and you get fucking Xehanort and Ericus playing chess and being like, all right, now there's 7 darkness and only 1 of light. Let's see how we do instead of 13. Like, oh,
And that's really, really interesting.
it is.
And
Sets
I have
the
to
fucking
say,
tone really good.
so I guess should we maybe like run over kind of what the whole narrative is totally?
Of the
not-
whole 3?
Or maybe at least of like towards the ending of the game. Just to
Okay.
kind of contextualize a lot of what I want to say about how it made me feel.
Yeah. We can do that.
Okay, so like we explained last episode, the game begins, Sora is not a Keyblade Master, Riku is, Mickey is, so they're going to go to the Realm of Darkness and try to look for Aqua. And whereas Sora and Donald and Goofy need to travel across worlds to regain Sora's power of waking. So the power of waking is kind of this thing that Sora is chasing throughout the whole game. It's kind of like...
It's the MacGuffin of the Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it's Sora's ability to essentially like awaken hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and kind of it's very strange. I'm not even entirely certain how to articulate the power of waking as a concept.
The game isn't really sure of how to articulate it either. But
Yeah,
it's
really isn't.
essentially like what makes you a Keyblade Master.
Yes.
Because you need the power of awakening to open the portals to worlds which are usually sealed by darkness. I think Dream Drop Distance kind of explains it.
Yeah, well, there's certain worlds when they're consumed by darkness become sleeping worlds.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like those worlds exist on like a weird autopilot.
Well,
where
we can take the toy box, the Toy Story world.
Yes.
As this, where you've got Woody, Buzz, Ham, and fucking Rex just kind of chilling and being like, Andy's been gone for a minute. And it's because his world has been overcome by darkness. He is now in his sleeping world, which means that everything's kind of fucky for a bunch of people. And then a bunch of people are just not there.
There are some people that are just kind of left over.
Yeah, which explains kind of the emptiness that you feel in the Kingdom Hearts worlds as you're playing through them in the older games, I guess.
Yeah, some of them for
It's more,
sure.
yeah, because you got Twilight Town.
It's a good way to explain that shit away, if
Yeah,
anything.
exactly, and that's kind of what I'm using it for
Yeah,
my own personal. It
headcanon.
wasn't system limitations; they were in Sleeping Worlds. Because I mean,
Yeah,
like
Sleeping
you look at
Worlds.
Twilight
Yeah,
Town now
and it's
versus back then.
populated.
Yeah, it was still populated then, but it was a little less. I don't think Twilight Town was actually a Sleeping World, actually. So I'm just
No, Twilight Town was just kind of its thing.
yeah. It's like Traverse Town. Twilight Town was a
Well,
computer
Travis.
generated version of Twilight Town. Like the Twilight Town
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
into is a actual computer simulation of the
Yeah,
actual
and
Twilight Town.
the real one is like its own deal entirely. But yeah, so basically, like, anyway, you're trying to get the power of waking, and you're also trying to kind of get all the other light people back.
Yeah.
So that means you have to get back like
Terra, Aqua,
and Ven.
Ventus, Roxas,
Yeah, and Shion.
Naminé.
All of these people are like they're going to be crucial to the final battle because they need
7 of light.
seven of light and 13 of darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
To
Thus
have their
the
big
name
final battle.
Organization 13.
And what Xehanort wants to do is when the 7 and the 13 clash, the power that kind of escapes from this conflict, like the residual energy, will be used by him to forge the Keyblade, which is not the Keyblade, the Keyblade as in like the Greek letter key.
The X-Blade.
The X-Blade,
Which
yeah.
is the
like
original Keyblade. All other Keyblades are forged
based on it.
from it, but it is the only one that can open Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Essentially, Xehanort wants to hit that motherfucking reset button
on the entire universe.
He wants
So
to...
yeah, I guess this is the big, I want to say the big final kind of reveal of the game, because it's probably been the most vague thing entirely up to this point, is what the fuck Xehanort wanted to do by unlocking Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, because it was like, why are you being so...
Yeah, what happens when this happens? That was never explained.
To be fair, it's a kind of fair point too. He's kind of like, things are fucking wacky, I just want to hit the reset button, but I want to be in control of everyone. Like, I want to give them direction, because clearly everyone is too weak to actually maintain a balance.
Yeah, and I think that there's something to be said about his motivations for wanting to do so, because on one hand, it's clear that in his own mind he's doing this because he's selfless and he's like, somebody has to do this.
Yeah.
So I guess it's going to be me because I'm just the one who's strong enough to. But he doesn't understand that he doesn't have a right to do that.
Yeah.
Nobody died in
Xehanort
like
planet.
God. He is not God. And he has basically been living his entire life and like planning meticulously ever since he was young for this to happen.
Yeah.
For him to be successful in these plans so that he can reset the universe back to zero and give everybody a fresh start and give everybody kind of a push.
Yeah. Well,
and there's that entitlement that he has.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
It is. It's but you get it, or you don't get it. You get a very like nice. I don't know. Like, it felt like a when. Hold on, I'm trying to names. Fuck, man.
There's a lot of names in this game.
There is, because
and there's a lot of names that
like
start with
12
X.
people. Yeah, you got Xehanort, you got Xemnas, you got fucking anyway. When Xehanort and Ericus, like meet up after Ericus reveals that he was in Terra, and he's like, "There's more to light than meets the eye." Which is a line he says at the beginning of the game in the fucking like prologue when they're playing chess.
Yeah.
On the windowsill, like that felt like a fucking bomb drop to me.
It did. It was kind of like it was kind of like bringing Xehanort back, like the one person he could talk to.
Yeah.
About these ideas. Like his one friend from childhood, Ericus,
who gets it, but is like,
yeah,
look, you lost, dude. You need to
and
just fucking...
it's just another example of Xehanort underestimating the potential of kindness and empathy
Yeah.
over, not so much over power, but over nihilism.
Mm-hmm.
Because all in all, Xehanort's worldview is extremely nihilistic. He is a pessimist who doesn't believe that anybody living in existence, any sentient being, has like the moral or ethical ability to guide
Themselves.
society and world and themselves towards like a positive path. Like he thinks that he's doing this because if he's in control, everybody can be happy.
Yeah.
Because he's going to make sure that nobody falls into conflict, that nobody succumbs to their demons.
Mm-hmm.
But these motivations they're almost, for as much as he sees them as selfless, they're entirely obsessive and controlling and entitled.
Yeah.
This is something that a fucking child believes is the only way to solve shit. Well, everything would be okay if I was in charge.
Yeah, and like you notice too, as you're defeating the 13 vessels he has chosen, is that say when you beat Zemnis, one of his clones.
I think it's
an X
Ansem.
name.
It's Zemnis.
Anson's the wise. You got Zemnis.
There's the Seeker, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, Zemnis, and then there's Terra Xehanort and Young Xehanort.
No, it's not. Oh, it might be.
So Terra Xehanort is the original somebody of Zemnis and Ansem.
Fucking Nomura, why you gotta do this?
So Terra Xehanort is basically Terra being controlled by Xehanort.
Yeah. No, okay, that's not who I'm talking about.
And that is the somebody that became Ansem and Zemnis.
Yes. Okay.
And then there's Young Xehanort, which is the actual Master Xehanort's young form that grew up into the old man that later put himself into Terra.
Riku. Wait.
Oh, Dark Riku?
Yeah, because there's Dark Riku too.
Dark Riku is just a replica.
Yeah, it's true.
And then there's Vanitas.
There's Dark Riku that is the replica in this one, but Dark Riku was actually possessed by Xehanort.
Yes.
Who was Ansem actually?
Well, he was possessed by Ansem, who is one of Xehanort's incarnations.
The main point I'm trying to make is you notice this as you're defeating the 13 on your way to defeat Xehanort, is you'll defeat
there's like a gauntlet of boss. There's like a
there fucking is, dude.
And it's bosses that you kind of fight all throughout the rest of the game, so it's kind of like the ending of Kingdom Hearts 2, where you go to the world that never was and you fight most of the organization again.
Yeah, except that this time there's no actual organization fight leading up to that.
Yeah,
in every world it's all Heartless. No, you fight no Organization 13 member
really?
Until the Keyblade Gate.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the
not even Vanitas?
Nope, not even Vanitas, because Sully just fucking tosses him.
And you just fight the Unversed in that world.
Yeah, you just fight...
Okay.
You only have, Heartless, Unversed, and Nobody bosses. But throughout those worlds, the Organization 13 members are there being like, hey...
They're pulling the strings.
Yeah, you're fucking our plans up, dude. Come on. But the point I'm trying to make is you see Xehanort's view of thinking, his worldview being of I should be in charge. If I'm in charge, everything will be perfect, being super wrong, because as you defeat each Organization 13 member, they each regain their feelings. And I'll take Ventus. When you beat Ventus as an example, everyone
Vanitas.
Vanitas.
Sorry.
Who
is Ventus?
Ventus
but he's also
is Roxas, but he's Sora. God damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I meant Vanitas, because when you beat Vanitas, the whole Riku and Sora you choose who you are. Just come to, why aren't you on our side if you're me and Roxas? We're both on the right side. And he's like, because I chose to be dark. I wanted to be in the darkness. And they're why would you choose that? And he's like, bye.
Yeah, see ya, bitch.
This is what I wanted. But then you fight other organization members, and some of them are like, wow, the first feeling I've had in years, and it's loneliness because all
All
the
of the
people
people
I
that I
chose,
surrounded
yeah,
myself with, that I chose to surround myself with, are gone now because I betrayed them and I treated them like shit and I used them.
yeah,
And now that I can finally feel something, I feel
terrible.
just I feel like shit and I feel regret and I feel sadness and loneliness,
Why would anyone
which
do
is
this? And
when
Sora's like, this is what it is to be
oh,
human. And he's like, wow, it must take a really strong heart then. And just he
yeah.
fucking bounces. And it's like,
God,
oh,
that's
mm,
that all of
mm.
those little bits hit me really hard.
Dude,
I
yeah,
think the one that I don't remember exactly what he said, so I'm gonna see if I can look it up. But when you defeat Ansem the Seeker of Darkness,
yeah,
god damn. I think what Ansem had to say actually really made me choke up a little bit. I'm gonna look it up on the Kingdom
yeah.
Hearts wiki.
I'm looking it up too. Yeah, no, he's the one who's like, wow, it must be fucking, it must take a really strong heart to not, or to be like, to have
Yeah.
feelings essentially.
He says Riku's might is vaster than darkness, and that he's proud that he previously thought he would use as a vessel.
Yeah,
He's proud that the person he'd previously thought he could use has grown to be so much more powerful than somebody he could, just kind of take advantage of. That he's self-actualized in a way that that Xehanort, that Ansem, that Xemnas, that none of these Xehanorts
even
could ever
Sora.
do. Yeah, that these people that they've been trying to kind of stifle and stop and harm and use
Yeah,
throughout the last like 12 games in this series have self-actualized far more than any of them ever have.
mm-hmm.
That they're the ones who truly have been, doing what needed to be done.
Yeah, and it's really just a like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger metaphor.
Yeah,
But
but
like
it
in
works.
the most emotional way, because yeah, it was a tearjerker.
Yeah, see, like then Riku says that he's going to miss Ansem after he goes, and Ansem smiles
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because Ansem has been such an important part of Riku's process of becoming a better, stronger person.
Ansem was a direct correlation to what Riku is in 3.
Yeah,
And like everything past 1.
without Ansem, Riku would still be kind of like a dumb, headstrong kid. He'd be a lot more like Sora, but he had to go through something that Sora never had to go through, and that's like he had to fucking essentially, survive being entirely corrupted
Yeah.
by Xehanort, and he came
And
out of
while
it
that happened,
world weary.
Sora got the gift that was supposed to be for Riku.
Exactly. Like Riku is like, the hero of the series that never got to be a hero.
Yeah, he's not the MC, so he doesn't
Exactly.
get his spotlight as hard as he should be.
And it's you see that, the progress that he's made from being like kind of a broody guy who needs to learn to control himself after experiencing all this trauma, to legitimately being like one of the most responsible, mature, and like interesting characters in this series.
Hashtag daddy.
He really is great. Like he's this game is just further supports like how great and amazing of an evolution he's kind of had.
Yeah, and even when Sora's like, no, I need to go find Kairi, and everyone's like, don't do that, and like he's like, Mickey, just, he's made up his mind, let him do.
Yeah, he has to do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Even if it's difficult and we don't want it to happen, like he needs to do it. He has to make that tough decision for himself.
Yeah.
And this is a decision that could cost Sora his existence, which,
and it does.
at least according to the end of the game, it does. Like he's used up too much of his power, but it's a decision that he makes because he's Sora and he cares about his friend.
And I want, like, seeing everyone on Destiny Island doing their shit was really like,
made me cry.
Yeah, a little bit.
The entire ending of the game is like a montage that kind of sees all the characters that have been lost over the series be brought back. So I mean, by the final battle, Terra, Ventus, and Aqua are all back.
Yeah.
Xion is back.
Kyrie gets fucking murked.
Kyrie kind of gets like
murdered.
Kind of gets 360 no scoped by Xehanort.
Oh, dude,
really
so
fucking
dead.
hard. Which is shitty because Kyrie, I think, is the character that got the least to do in this story.
Yeah, despite being they're setting up wielder.
Yeah, they set up the whole game that. So here, my one criticism that I have.
Oh
they
my
set up
God.
the whole game Lee and Kyrie being Keyblade wielders.
Yeah, and then she just fucking eats
whereas
shit.
Lee does get something to do by the end of the game. Kyrie is kind of unceremonious. Well, because he has to deal with Aiza.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Axel gets more action sequence, I guess. Whereas
well, not
Kyrie
only that,
just
but
straight
like
up gets murdered.
He has like emotional ties to Aiza, and it kind of helps soften the blow of Aiza having to go because you know that he's gonna come back and he's gonna be able to see Riku and all of them and Lee. And have like a relationship, like a regular friendship with him.
Yeah.
Because it's something that they kind of point out. But I mean, in Birth by Sleep, Aiza and Lee, before they became Axel and Syx, were like best friends, and they hung out, and they were fucking cool with each other.
But now they get to again in Traverse Town eating their fucking sea salt popsicles.
Yeah, they're salt popsicle.
Yeah, it's called sea salt. It's sea salt popsicle.
Sea salt ice cream.
Oh, whatever. It's a popsicle, dude.
They're salt popsicle.
It's a sea salt popsicle.
Apparently, they're very good. You know what they're based on?
Yeah.
I think at Tokyo Disney Sea, you can buy the real sea salt ice cream.
We're going to Tokyo, my bud.
I think Nomura went to Disney Sea and he liked it so much, he's like, I just want this in Kingdom Hearts 2. Which is really funny.
I'll take that. That sounds like a real thing. If an elevator conference call can be a thing, then why not Nomura going to Disneyland and being like, this popsicle's great?
I mean, it tastes real good. I want it in my game. But yeah, like, the ending of the game, you see all these characters come together, and they get to be together and happy.
And you get to see Sora and Kairi on the tree, and I was like, yeah, they figured it out. I'm going to get an explanation. And then Sora fades away into nothingness, and Kairi cries, and you're like, no.
God damn it. But that's almost like the stinger for the next game.
Yeah. Well, that's the stinger for the next game if you didn't get the secret ending.
Yes, and then the secret, which is kind of sad. And then the secret ending.
Well, actually, wait, because there's the epilogue before the.
There's the epilogue, yeah.
Which
the
epilogue I thought was just straight up the secret ending, and I was like, oh fuck! And then I got the notification of the secret ending afterwards, and I was like, oh fuck!
So I guess we'll go through the epilogue first.
Yes.
So I guess the most important thing that happens in the epilogue is, so during the final battle, you fight all the organization members.
Yeah.
Some of those members are former members of Organization 13. And one of the ones who seemed to have been most active within the story and most active within the organization was
Xigbar.
Xigbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xigbar. Or Braig, I guess, but Xigbar. And it turns out, in the end,
that Xigbar was Luxu. Which, if you haven't played or seen anything from Cross, doesn't really mean much to you.
But if you have, is like, oh shit, Lushu, damn.
Oh shit, we're going there, huh?
So Lushu is a Keyblade apprentice of the Master of Masters.
Yeah.
He was he was kind of like the apprentice to the Master of Masters, who was the leader of the Foretellers.
Yeah.
And the Foretellers are the people that started the Keyblade War. And the Master of Masters is a fucking eccentric asshole.
He's such a dick. He's essentially the biggest big bad.
Yeah, and he's not even like an obvious villain. He's like a super fucking stupid, awkward, like can't say words right dumbass.
Yeah.
But he's also like a super manipulative piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the reason the fucking the union leaders started the war, was just him being like,
he's pulling the strings to kind of manipulate.
Yeah, he's pulling the strings to all of them, so like that's what set off that whole fucking shenanigans.
Yeah, and of course the final result of that was the destruction of like Daybreak Town, an entire world breaking up and becoming the Keyblade Graveyard.
Yeah. Well, it's also important to be noted that Luxu, also known as Xigbar, shows up in the Keyblade graveyard to pick up Xehanort's Keyblade.
Yeah. So he and Xehanort's Keyblade was actually his Keyblade.
Yeah. And the Keyblade contains the Master's All-Seeing Eye.
Yeah, and the Master's All-Seeing Eye is a MacGuffin.
Yeah, essentially.
Like so many things are within this series, but the All-Seeing Eye essentially confirms that the Master is still kind of pulling the strings here, and he's been overseeing this whole thing. So the entire Xehanort saga seems to have been the result of the Master's manipulations again. Yeah. And that's fucked up because which means the Master was, I guess, attempting to use Xehanort to unlock Kingdom Hearts, and then was probably going to, influence what happened once that was used.
Xehanort already had it.
He saw a stupid idealistic and entitled, asshole like Xehanort, and decided that this person is capable of leading me. Yeah. To become the person to influence the rest of the world.
He threw a dart and said, I can work with this.
Exactly, and he basically manipulated Xehanort, and through him, pretty much made all of these events happen, and Luxu was there to observe the whole thing. Yeah. And to ensure that the Master, I guess, got his All-Seeing Eye.
He was helping out, exactly.
Back. But yeah, he was just kind of pushing it the whole way. So yeah, Xigbar, or Brig, or whatever, is actually Luxu, and he's been a reincarnation of Luxu the entire series.
Yeah,
and everything that he's done,
he's taken on many forms and like.
Yeah, so there's just a chance that this goes a lot more ridiculously deeper than even we have any conception of.
Yeah.
But whatever the final goal of the Master of Masters is, it can't be good that he's brought back the Foretellers.
No,
because the Foretellers were like the people he initially used to try and access the Keyblade.
Yeah. So the thing with the going back to the chessboard with Xehanort and Ericus, yeah, is that in all there is 7
darknesses,
7 Foretellers.
Yeah.
Right. That's being the 7 dark pieces he put down. Including the 5 you see in that cutscene, which are the original 4 Foretellers. Ava is missing, and the Master of Masters is missing. Because you have also Luxu with the 4. So, in all, that would make the 7 Foretellers, suggesting that they're falling into darkness somehow, versus 1 light, which... a theory popped into my head as we were discussing might be Kairi going to save Sora this time, which would be cool.
That would be very interesting and give her something to fucking do.
Yeah, that's just a theory that I came up with as we were talking about this, because it would be nice to not have Kairi be there for nothing.
So what it seems like I've just been reading up on this. So when the Master gave Luxu No Name, his Keyblade that has the gazing eye, he gave it to him so that when Luxu goes forward into the future, like as Luxu doesn't age, or like he has the ability to reincarnate, right? So as Luxu repeatedly reincarnates into the future, the Master's gazing eye, which sees all of time and future events, will be witnessing all of these, so that in the past he have all this knowledge.
Yeah.
Which is like fucking... that's some time travel shit.
Thanks, Nomura.
The fact that this series brought time travel into an already convoluted story with like a ridiculous set of rules is like... ah!
But to be fair, they brought in time travel in the easiest to follow one.
Yes, they did. So thank God, the least contrived game.
Yeah, Nomura was like, you know what? I'm done with these Final Fantasy characters. But with the secret ending that we get,
yes,
we might.
And the black box. We still don't know what the fuck is in that black box.
No, we don't. There is speculation that it might actually be Ava's heart, or it might be something of the Ava's
something
Ava's
of
heart
Ava's
that needs a vessel or something like that. But that's total just straight up speculation at this point right now. Yeah, I know, right? Like, you go on forums and you're just like, I was wrong but right, but also so wrong, and we won't know until Kingdom Hearts 4.
Just
Can we get a release date at least?
Nomura, please.
Please. Don't work on any more Final Fantasy games. Just
this Nutso secret ending.
Oh god, it's so crazy.
It's wacky.
You get not only Sora and Riku waking up in
basically Shibuya.
It straight up is Shibuya.
Yeah, it's just straight up Shibuya.
But it's not Shibuya because there is a 109 building in Shibuya, but in they focus on it super hard in the secret ending where it's 104, which is only in the Square Enix's game The World Ends With You. Which means they are 100% confirmed in The World Ends With You's universe. This is also backed by the fact that in Dream Drop Distance, the last thing one of the characters says to you is, "I'll see you in Shibuya."
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's 100% The World Ends With You.
I think they're going to bring other Square games into this.
Well, that's what I was getting at, is that we may no longer see Disney worlds. We might see some, but we might start seeing actual Square worlds. Can you imagine a Bravely Default world? That would be sick.
That'd be nuts. That would be fucking nuts. I don't even think that might even happen, but that would be cool.
I don't think it would, but it would be nice. But also you see the Yuzora dude, the protagonist from Virum Rex,
which is like the fake RPG that they made up for the Toy Story world to justify why Sora's a little anime man toy.
It fucking straight up takes a lot of inspiration from Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Yeah, it does. I mean, he looks like the original design for Noctis.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can't even deny the comparison, and that was clearly done on purpose. But yeah, it's you wake up in Shibuya on the like Shibuya crosswalk that
the Shibuya crossing, which is like
if you look up Shibuya skyline or whatever, it's like
it's the photo that you always get. Yeah, it's totally
crazy.
Nuts. It's crazy.
You see the Master of Masters on a rooftop making a box with his hand and then making it a heart, which is why I think it's Ava's heart in the box. Because it would straight up be the only person he's missing to have the Union leaders back together.
Mm-hmm. And that's just like...
Yeah. And then...
God damn.
Fuck, what is it? There's a bunch of shit about Subject X, which is a character referenced in passing throughout a bunch of like secret Kingdom or Gummy Phone files that I don't have all of right now, so I'm going back and getting everything throughout the game. But there's I'm gonna reread up on all that shit.
Yeah,
and we'll probably talk about it more next podcast, a little when things get more cemented in my brain. But this is still a hot take for me. Like, I finished it 2-3 hours maybe before we started the podcast, so I'm still taking things in, coming up with my own bullshit theories, reading forums, and being like, oh, you're super right.
But it's totally nuts.
Oh god, I can't believe it was Shibuya. It was Shibuya the whole time.
So yeah, just the notion of the series potentially crossing over with The World Ends With You is...
Well, I mean, it already has, but the fact that it would actually
a proper crossover. Yeah. Well, I guess all the sleeping worlds are back to where they were, right?
They would be
because if they've been lost to darkness,
we done it.
Xehanort was defeated.
Yeah, we're out.
Like, the tide of darkness has rescinded, so the sleeping worlds have returned to their original state, and that definitely includes theirs, because their world was entirely lost to darkness.
Yeah.
and they were trapped in Traverse Town, which is where like
which is where you go when your world's fucking dead.
exactly. So both Shiki and Neku are back there, and Beaten Rhyme as well, and Joshua.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Sora had to go there because he can't go back. Maybe it was like a sacrifice thing for getting Kairi out.
Maybe because he doesn't have the power of waking.
But maybe he does, because
it's so weird.
He wouldn't be able to get Kairi if he didn't have the power of waking. But
that's true. But he used it too much.
Yeah, the fact that
and his heart was all fucked up.
The fact that Riku's there is weird too. Unless he meets up with Namine. Maybe we'll play as it's gonna follow Riku more in the.
That'd be really cool.
One. That would be okay. I'd be alright.
That'd be great.
Wouldn't be as great as Kairi.
Riku plays really, really well in 3.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is really exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on forums like all night.
There's so much potential.
There is.
That we can just like tap into here, like narrative wise, and it's so exciting.
Especially just now opening the possibility of actually just going to Square Enix worlds instead of Disney worlds. That opens. Just
woo.
Because
there's a lot.
That's a whole other 3 games and 10 other spin-offs you can make with that. At least.
It really is. At fucking least.
And I'm gonna spend money on all of it.
Oof. Just like goddamn, you know?
And this is just gonna be a thing we're gonna talk about now until more things happen when we come up or see more fun theories. Because it's still super fresh. Like, people are just beating it and... Oh, God, it's so good.
I guess, I wanted to say, the way that the story concludes is with the antagonist accepting that
he might not come back. Or the antagonist just being like, I was wrong.
That he acknowledges the wrong that he's done.
Yeah.
And the hurt that he has caused in his selfish attempt to try and lead the world into a direction forcefully, instead of allowing people the agency to choose for themselves what they want to do. And this series is a lot of it is about choice.
Yeah. Well, I like the narrative they kind of paint too of Sora being like counterbalance to Xehanort.
Yes.
Where Sora is just like, no, we need the light. We need, oh man, you gotta. And it's like, Sora, no, you're pushing light too hard. Where Xehanort was pushing dark like a little too hard. Like, you gotta. It paints a very like.
Both are necessary. Balance is necessary.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas Sora's just like, no, I gotta help everyone else except myself.
Which is really
self-destructive.
It's self-destructive, and Xehanort's thing is, I'm going to help everybody else by helping myself.
Yeah.
Which is
everyone needs me.
And selfish.
Well, like, it comes to the same fucking thought process where it's like, everyone needs me for Xehanort, whereas Sora's like, I need everyone else except myself.
Exactly. And it's this, like I said, it's about choice, but by choice I guess I mean self-actualization.
Yeah.
Just recognition of your place in the universe and understanding, who you are, why you're there, and what you can do, and not wasting the time that you have left.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great, I don't know, it was narratively satisfying in a way that I didn't think an ending coming 10 years late to a series that emotionally resonated with me this hard
would be. I was like, because even my girlfriend earlier was like, is it gonna end good? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, is it gonna end bad? I was like, even if it ends bad, it could end bad well, but I don't think it's gonna be a shitty ending. And effectively, it kind of did end bad well.
It did.
Sora's just fucking gone. Well, I mean, he's he's in Shibuya.
Bye.
What does that mean?
He's in Shibuya.
What?
He's all the Oh no, he went to Japan, the worst
Fuck.
place he could have gone.
He'll fit right in, but not at
You
all.
you poor bastard, trapped in
You
Japan.
gotta hide in the manga shop as a cardboard cutout.
He could, it's true. But yeah, just like I don't know, it was just like it just left me going like
Yeah. What is it?
fuck.
Fucking. Hold on. Liam posted a tweet that was really good. A good summary of why or how I feel. Not sure anyone has ever felt this way before, but waiting for the next Kingdom Hearts game to come is some kind of fresh hell.
It is.
And it's like, yeah, we waited 10 years and it's already like, fuck, I need it.
It came.
It came, but I need more. It didn't come enough. I'm
didn't come
ovulating right now.
Didn't come enough. I need more now. But it really is just like it's not anticlimactic or anything.
No, because there was technically an ending.
There was, and it was a great ending. And it was a resolution for a lot of the storylines that I wanted to see conclude. Like Shion and Lee and Roxas can be friends again.
Yeah.
And they can be friends with Hainer and Olette and Pence and Isa, and they all have their little friend group. And I'm like, this is so cute, and I'm so happy for my kids.
And you got Era, Aqua, Terra, and Ven. I mixed up the like two names.
Back together, and they finally got to bury their master.
Yeah.
Who, after so long, like, still when you think about it, they didn't even get to mourn him when he died, though.
Yeah. Well, he didn't really die. He just kind of. Well, I mean, he died.
He became a heart.
He was like, I'm out.
He pieced the fuck out.
He pieced the fuck out. I'm gonna go play chess. I'm gonna go play chess in heaven now.
Like four-dimensional chess with my best friend. Fuck all y'all.
Isn't that what life's really about?
Playing four-dimensional chess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to get on that.
4-dimensional chess. Have you ever seen 4D chess?
No.
It's a real thing.
I've barely seen 2D chess.
You've barely seen. So it's just like a.
I mean, I think I've seen
4D chess is like a meme.
Yeah.
And it's like
on. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Oh, sure thing. 4D chess is like this meme that Urban Dictionary defines as the act of playing a stratagem moves ahead in such a multi-layered, brain-sparklingly sophisticated process that no one outside of the gamer's own mind even has a biscuit of what is going on until days, weeks, or even months later. Maybe even never, unless informed in great detail, or being a spectacular genius themselves. Jesus. It's just, it's ridiculous. But this is kind of, I feel like, Nomura's big thing. He's been playing 4D chess with our minds this whole time, and we've not been able to do anything about it. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Hello, I am back.
Whew.
Jeez.
Just like totally wild.
4D
But
chess.
He's been playing 4D chess with us. Nomura's been playing 4D chess with our minds.
Our hearts.
With our hearts. 4D chess with our hearts. And we've not been able to do anything about it.
No, and he will continue to play 4D chess. He even set it up.
That bastard.
Yeah. Now I just gotta go back and get all the achievements.
Oh, which there are still many to collect.
Yeah, it's not that bad. The only one that I'm like, fucking really is get sword at level 99. It's like, fucking, I'm at like 35 right now and I beat the game. Like, dude, come on.
And on proud mode at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was the experience of playing proud mode in this game? I've heard, compared to previous games, it's a much more manageable proud mode.
Oh, dude, it is the easiest proud mode.
So,
there was
what do you think changed?
I think what changed is understanding of level design and how to balance how quickly you level up, and not making the bosses too hard. I guess the only thing I had trouble with was Armored Xehanort was fine, which is Xehanort before you get on top of the tower and he opens Kingdom Hearts. But that part of Xehanort, like the second phase, I guess, uh, was pretty rough because there is straight up one part where he just turns you into rage mode, which is a mode you can get to replenish your health and you just fucking destroy everything. But when he puts you into it, you have to beat light pellets out of him, which drop like kind of like the health pellets or the money pellets out of enemies, and you have to pick those up and regain your light. But while you're hitting him with that, he's just dropping light. He's not actually taking damage. And then the 13 chairs come up after you return to light, and he starts shooting all 13 members at you at once. And it's real fucking hard to manage because, like, you can't heal while you're being hit by 13 people, and they all do a fucking shitload of damage. Yeah, so I was there for, like, a good hour, I want to say. Just fighting Xehanort, but I did it.
It's nuts. But you did it in the end. That final boss encounter is crazy.
It is.
So the final world you fight him in is Scala ad Caelum.
Yeah. Which is where they're playing
Stairway
chess.
to Heaven, literally what the name means. Yeah. Very subtle. But yeah, it's like the place that they're playing chess in at the beginning of the game. And it's just like a huge open kind of city that looks like a Greek city with like all the white near the water.
It looks like Ilios from Overwatch. Or
yeah, it does look like Ilios actually, but it's just got that striking white architecture against like the sea.
Yeah,
it's really, really beautiful, and it's like a really serene location to have a final battle in, with like such a like a Master of Darkness type character. It's a really, really nice kind of change from like the final. I mean, the world that never was in Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of does that thing where like the final world is all white and it's like it's like a void, as opposed to like like dark and evil looking. But then like end of the world in the first Kingdom Hearts is very like
Joe.
Yeah, pretty much though. It's like just all like spooky, scary.
Man, okay, they straight up like they have a time stop sequence with Mickey, and it is just the world though.
It is Mickey using the world.
It's fucking funny. I was like, is that a JoJo? Like, I wanted the line to be before he did it or something, have something to do with like, I'll save the world, or like I just wanted him to somehow shove the world into his line, just so it would be like fucking hilarious. But of course I didn't get that.
God.
Script writers dropped the ball on that one.
It's just totally insane. There's some of the imagery in this game is wacky.
Yeah.
Like really, really wacky, and I guess like it has some of the most Kingdom Hearts-esque Kingdom Hearts moment in the entire series.
Yeah, for sure. Keyblade Heroes 3.
Yes.
I think
so
that
there's
was one of the funniest things that I had ever seen.
And then Donald and Goofy immediately turn to Sora and go, "We don't have Keyblade."
Yeah, and they're like, and Sora keeps pushing it throughout that entire world, and Donald at one point is like, "Dude, come on,
we don't have the Keyblade Heroes 3."
Oh, this game is so self-aware.
It is. This is also the most self-aware Kingdom Hearts game. So we discussed like last episode how like the Toy Story world plays around with like the notion of like
you're a weird Japanime.
You're a toy.
Yeah.
You're a Japanime boy. Like you're a dumb like this.
Wow, look at all those points of articulation.
I get you're from a video game, but you dumbass, it's fucking fake. You're stupid. Like Buzz Lightyear constantly going like, dumbass, you're from a video game, you're a toy. I know that worlds have alternate dimensions in your video game, but that's not how it works in real life.
This is the real life, you stupid fuck.
Yeah, and this is the real world, where toys talk. And that's really funny to me. But it also makes a lot of sense. It just goes hand in hand once again with like I mentioned how effectively it actually weaves together these different like ideas together.
Yeah.
really, really nicely, like all these different kind of disparate ideas. Um, like these Kingdom Hearts themed villains and their motivations in with the stories and narratives of these individual worlds,
Yeah.
and
And
the way
like,
that it's really, really well done.
yeah, especially because I mean I said it earlier, but the Caribbean world, like, of going after Davy Jones's heart in the box,
Hmm.
like that was, I was like, of course, like that makes sense for the narrative that this game is doing. Like that's just
Exactly, like
why wouldn't you fucking go with that narrative?
of course, like that's like really like, oh, they've been looking for. We know Maleficent and Pete have been looking for a heart in a box, and they've been going throughout the whole game. Also, Maleficent and Pete are in this. They kind of just watch shit happen.
Yeah, they're still looking for the box, which is revealed to us at the end of the game.
Yeah, to be in Lushu's possession.
Yeah.
So, and then they see at the very, very end that they find it. So, does this mean the next game we have to deal with Maleficent and Pete again?
I maybe, but in Square Enix worlds, there's definitely gonna still be some Disney worlds.
They're well,
sure.
I mean, Disney co-produces these games, and these games are like synonymous with Disney.
Yeah.
So I think there's gonna be like a weirder mix of worlds, you know? Really, really weird mix of worlds, actually. But it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited to see what they do, you know?
Yeah.
There's just a lot
I
of
mean,
potential.
the fact that it is clearly The World Ends With You is like,
Very exciting.
I'm so fucking hype. And
Like, does this mean we're
you know
gonna?
what?
Does this mean
Like,
we're gonna say Spira and like?
when are you free this week? Because I need to steal your copy of The World Ends With You.
Oh yeah, that's a good point actually. I am. What? I'm pretty busy throughout the week because of school.
Yeah.
What
I have
are you?
Tuesdays off.
You have Tuesdays off.
Yeah.
I could meet you somewhere Tuesday morning and give you the game.
That works.
I could do that.
All right.
I could meet you Tuesday morning somewhere.
All right. We can talk about a time and a place.
Yes. I think with that all having been said, that's, I guess, not going to be our final words on Kingdom Hearts 3, but I think just for tonight.
Yeah, no, I
We've
need to
spoken quite a
process
bit.
more, and I think we can both go check out some forums and come up with some other shit, but that's pretty much the spoiler cast for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Very excited for 4 or whatever. Reconnect, I think, is how the secret ending ends it.
Reconnect with what? The Final Fantasy Final Fantasy
maybe.
and Square elements of the series?
Maybe. I don't know, man. Who knows? Nomura probably doesn't even know right now. He's writing it. He's just fucking winging it. It's clear.
This whole thing is nuts.
It's nuts. It's so nuts. I can't
It's
wait.
totally crazy.
I'm so excited.
I really want to see what he does at those worlds.
Me too.
You know?
I mean, even if that's what we even get, right?
Yeah.
And like, I'm pretty sure we're done playing as Sora. I'm pretty sure. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. What if there's DLC for this game? What if that's what it's setting up?
God, that would be really cool.
I'd rather have a DLC world and
that would be
finish
neat.
off this
Entirely
story
DLC.
and then have other shit going on than have a whole other connected story game. But at the
That'd
same
be
time, I'm not
really,
going to
really
complain either way.
Yeah, no, of course not. This is going to be really, really interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of can't wait to see what happens. And I'm excited for what the future holds for this series. You know, it's exciting, and I really do hope that something comes of it.
Me too. I hope Kyrie gets a fucking comeuppance, because even Aqua, man, like,
I think Aqua actually did quite a bit in the end, because
in the end,
she was the key to unlocking Ven and Terra.
Yeah, but she was only the key to unlocking Ven because fucking she got her ass beat by fucking Vanitas, and then Ven was like, "All right, I'm here."
A lot of the female characters kind of get the shitty end of the stick in this series.
Yeah.
But I think Aqua is better than most because her motivations always feel like completely understandable.
Yeah.
Like she's a really good-hearted character,
Mm-hmm.
and she does a lot for the others, and you see her affection for them really strongly, like come through strongly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I really like about her. And it's just, Kairi kind of has like less personality every game she appears in.
Yeah, like the first one, I was like, oh shit, Kyrie's cool. Second one, you're like, and then like it just kind of.
Yeah.
Especially like I was disappointed. I thought there was gonna be a section because you get to play as Riku for a bit. I thought there was maybe gonna be a part where like Kairi gets her comeuppance and you get to play as her for a second, but nope.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
Oh, do you want to have a live reaction to something?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right at the end of the show?
Yeah.
So the new Aladdin trailer is out.
Oh.
Do you wanna have a laugh?
Just send me that motherfucking link.
I'm just gonna stick it in the right here. Stick it right in the news dump.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, that thumbnail's bad.
Oh, we have to do this now.
All right. So this is how we're closing off the Kingdom Hearts spoiler cast is with a
live reaction
Aladdin.
to the Aladdin trailer. 3.
Now wait, hold on. The Twitch will have audio for this, but the
podcast probably
will not because it won't go up into my Audacity. So I'll try to describe things as it's happening.
Yeah, similarly, I will do the same.
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1,
go.
Let's go. Okay, so we got Iago.
Yeah,
and the Arabian Nights music.
There's the desert, some camels. Yeah. From Disney. What? No.
From Disney.
Fucking.
Walt Disney, animation legend, but he couldn't make a D look like a fucking D.
No. Bring me the lamp.
Is that Jafar?
Yep, I guess that's Jafar.
That's a man.
That's a man. Oh, there's Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Aladdina. Alright.
The score is good. That looks nice. Okay, Naomi Scott looks good as Jasmine.
Yeah, Naomi Scott's killing it.
I mean, the costumes are great.
Wait, here it comes.
Oh boy.
Oh lord, there he is.
You really don't know who I am. Genie, wishes.
Oh. Oh god. Oh no. Ryan died.
Okay, so
we're gonna go see this together.
Because at the very end of the trailer, Aladdin's rubbing the lamp, right? And Genie comes out, and
he looks like garbage.
It's blue Will Smith, blue CGI Will Smith.
What's the movie where they dye a guy blue, not a liar? Liar, liar.
Liar, liar. It's Will Smith from Liar, liar.
Oh my god. We're gonna go see this.
Yes, we actually have to.
Yeah. I love the fucking thumbnail is so bad.
This, and I'm really curious to watch that Dumbo movie.
Oh god, they're making a Dumbo movie? I didn't even know.
Oh wait, you haven't seen the trailers for that?
No.
Do you want to?
Double live reaction, let's go.
Dumbo live reaction. It's Dumbo trailer. It's directed by Tim Burton.
Oh, how did I not know about this? I love Tim Burton and his one good movie.
Oh my god. Yeah, Dumbo.
Dumbo.
I think just Dumbo official trailer.
I'll just put in Dumbo Tim Burton. There we go. Official trailer. All right. Yeah, his one good movie, Alice in Wonderland.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say Big Fish or Sleepy Hollow.
No, Nightmare Before Christmas. I have a.
He didn't direct that though.
Oh no, it's true, eh?
That's Henry Selick.
Fuck, you're right.
I really like actually. Well, I like Frankenweenie, which he did direct.
Yeah, Frankenweenie was good, but Frankenweenie was like a take on an early. Okay, hold on. So Dumbo's in the cage. There's some rats.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Dumbo is very CG, but it doesn't look terrible.
There's the rats, and they have little outfits.
Oh, he's flying. Oh, he fell. From the imagination of Tim Burton, I don't think Tim Burton imagined Dumbo.
No, Dumbo is by Bill Peet,
Yeah.
actually. Danny DeVito is in this,
Oh.
and so is Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to say. I love that in this version of Kingdom Hearts, just didn't have Phil talk at all.
I know.
Just not even try.
Wow!
Wow! Oh yeah, there he is, Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
What's
Oh,
happening?
there's...
he's the ringmaster.
I'm the ring. I need my
Oh no, they're taking away Dumbo's mom?
my magnum elephant for my magnum ring.
Look at me.
We're
We're gonna bring your mama home.
Colin Farrell has an arm in some scenes and he doesn't in others. Oh, look,
Dumbo's
it's
sad.
Dumbo is really sad.
No, but he had the clown makeup on.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Oh, there's his mom. You know what? I actually don't remember anything from Dumbo except the fucking pink elephant scene where he's hungover.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, where those sad clowns make him drunk.
Yeah.
Those clowns are awful. That movie fucking petrified me with regards to clowns.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fuck with clowns because of Dumbo.
Fly, Dumbo.
Yeah, why does he have an arm in some scenes but not in others?
I don't know.
Prosthetic limb, maybe?
Prosthetics, maybe, yeah.
Dumbo. Alright, well,
But
that'll be a
how
movie.
do I describe this? It's fucking weird. Like it looks like a Tim Burton movie, and not like a good Tim Burton movie, like a modern Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
But it also looks like really creepy. The CG is really, really distracting.
Yeah.
And Dumbo as like a narrative is kind of an unpleasant story to begin with. Like if the original movie is like 50 minutes long, it's really short. And it's mostly just 50 minutes of watching a really cutely designed elephant get abused and shit on and handed like the worst ever hand life could ever give you. But like a whole movie. It's really upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
It's an extremely upsetting piece of cinema.
I don't know, that music that music sounded fine. But
The
that's
music
why
sounded
Tim Burton's that's why Tim Burton's doing it though, is because it's upsetting and
Yeah,
edgy and
exactly.
dark.
He likes to be upsetting.
I want.
He-
Did you see
he'd
that
do
they're
that.
talking about rebooting Nightmare Before Christmas? Disney's in talks of that.
Rebooting it?
Yeah.
Maybe just make a sequel.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. There's something about there was Nightmare Before Christmas news.
What are they gonna do? The Nightmare Before St. Patrick's Day?
The Christmas before Saint Nightmare's Day.
The Christmas before Halloween?
That would be weird.
It
But
doesn't
probably
work.
the only natural progression.
Okay, wait. Let's solve this debate. Christmas movie or Halloween movie?
Both.
Yeah, probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect movie to watch right as winter is kind of beginning.
Yeah, which is usually around Halloween for us
Yeah, at least
Montrealers.
for us here in Montreal. Yeah, exactly. But I really, really like that movie a lot, and I think it's a very strange and weird movie. And some of the ideas that it proposes are totally whacked out.
Oh god,
Like
so
that, there's
dumb.
just an entire Thanksgiving themed world.
Yeah.
Really? What the fuck does that look like? That's really strange.
It's a lot of plundering, let me tell you.
I know that there's like one of those weird video game sequels where it's like Oogie's Revenge.
Oh,
and it's like
god, yeah, it touches on some shit. That
it,
you know what?
They go to other holiday worlds.
We'll
I
have
think.
a bonus round about that video game, okay?
Do you have it?
I played it.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited. I
we'll
want to
do a
know about
bonus-
that.
We'll do a bonus round.
That's
But,
totally nuts.
For
I
tonight,
think yeah.
I think,
it's time we tap out.
yeah.
We're getting a little loopy. We've talked so much about Hearts in Darkness.
Yeah. And you brought up Oogie's Revenge, which is the ultimate darkness.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we saw Will Smith from Liar Liar.
Yeah. Will Smith from Liar Liar and CGI Elephant. So I
Oh,
think it's
boy.
time we
That's a night.
say good evening. Thank you everybody for listening. That was a fun discussion.
Yeah, thank you,
There's
Kingdom Hearts
so
3,
much.
for making me look for Mickey heads fucking everywhere. Not even just in the
Yeah.
game, in real life now. I put a toonie with
Hidden
two
Mickey.
dimes.
Hidden Mickeys are real.
Yeah.
Hidden Mickeys are real. They're everywhere, and they're real. If you go to the parks, they're everywhere. I found a whole bunch of them when I went to Disney. They're really, really fun to look for.
I bet. I fucking love
They're
it.
it's great.
I love it.
But anyway, yeah, it was That was a real good discussion. And we have a couple of more things to talk about next week, I think, because it's going to be a bigger news week.
Yeah.
There's a
And,
lot more stuff that kind of seems like it's coming.
My Twitch schedule is in reworks right now. So that's not going to happen for a bit, I think. Or it might. I don't know. We'll see. Also, Let's Play things are coming. RSS feed is coming up super soon.
Bonus rounds is coming.
The RSS feed, again, as I said a little bit earlier, is going to be mostly newer episodes until we get a budget to actually put up all the episodes, because bandwidth is money.
And it costs a lot of it.
Yes. So that's happening. We talked about bonus round. That'll be fun.
Boy.
And that's pretty much that.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. Well.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Good night. Thank you so much
YouTube
for
and
listening.
Twitch.
And have a good evening.
Yeah.